Number 2, you need to get on an exercise regime. Now, and I got 5 good reasons. Number 1 is it relieves stress. Now, what happens is during the course of the day, when you have deadlines, you got customers that are, they're getting on your case or whatever, your boss is pressuring you to do something, your adrenal gland secretes adrenaline into your system, the fight or flight chemical. And so you have to find a way to neutralize that. If you just let it subsist in your body from day after day, it will causes heart disease, it causes obesity, it causes digestive problems, it causes burnout. When you work out, it's kind of an oversimplification, but the exercise neutralizes the adrenaline that is in your system. Number 2, it increases your self-esteem. I got up this morning at 5 a.m. and I worked out. I didn't want to get up and do it, but when I was done, I just felt so much better about myself, and I will carry that through the rest of the day. Number 3, you'll be more effective. Now, I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I am working way harder than I can remember almost in my entire adult work life. And so I'm starting at 5, and a lot of times I'm working to 10 o'clock at night. So if I'm going to work 12, 15, 17 hours a day, I would like to be effective while I'm doing that work. And I got a contract signed one night around 10 o'clock. And when I got home, I told my wife, I got this deal done because I was in such good shape. I had such good stamina and endurance that I wore the people down. Because the last 2 hours, the last 2 hours of the meeting was them beating on me for concessions on their house. And I was like, no, 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 no. And finally, after 2 hours, they just gave up and signed the contract. If I had not had that kind of endurance, I would have given in, and I would have been the one tiring out. The feeling of euphoria. When you work out, you release endorphins in your body, and you get a feeling like a runner's high, a natural high. Doctors will prescribe people that are chronically depressed to get on an exercise regime and to get those chemicals working in their body. And number 5, you'll sleep better. And there's all kinds of studies about sleep that are constantly done. I'll tell you about 2. Stanford University did a study with a bunch of insomniacs, and they put half of the insomniacs on an exercise program. At the end of the test, the half that were on the exercise program fell asleep in half the time. On the average, they slept 1 hour longer, and they woke up feeling more refreshed. The National Sleep Foundation has just completed a study, and I have the article that was in the paper. They basically said 1/3 of Americans have trouble sleeping at night because they're worried about money. They're either worried about the economy or they're worried about losing their job. And the other part says what they recommend is you get on an exercise program and you improve your diet. Well, I find when I exercise, then I start eating better because I don't want to be wasting the time that I'm exercising. Some other things from the study. 46% said their sleep needs aren't being met. 1/3 said their lack of sleep affected their work and caused emotional problems such as anxiety and depression. And 89% of all Americans reported having times during the year where they had bouts of insomnia. So 5 good reasons to get on an exercise program. Now, would it surprise anybody to say that if you exercised and listen to high energy music at the same time, that you can exercise 20% longer or harder? So what you do, strategy 1 and 2, is you got to get your mind right and you got to get your body right if you're going to perform at an optimum level.